Hi, I'm Rachel Stange, and I am the Neveln launch teacher. Several years ago, I completed my master's degree in science and literacy, and I quickly realized that science instruction needs to change. Science is often neglected. It's not math, it's not reading, it's not the focus of our schools these days, especially in the traditional classroom. So, with little time for science, my principal and I decided that Neveln needed to change this, and so we implemented Project Lead the Way, the launch program. Curious, engaged, and excited are 3 words that describe our Neveln nights. They explore the world of science in the launch pad. This is my classroom. Launch is the elementary component of Project Lead the Way, and in the fall of 2015 we adopted this curriculum, only 1 short year after its implementation nationwide. We're one of only a few schools in the entire state that have implemented launch at the elementary level, and we provide a unique space for students to access hands-on experiments and technology that often inspire creativity and critical thinking. All students in grades 1 through 4 come to the launch pad. 1st and 2nd graders come once a week for 50 minutes. 3rd and 4th graders come 3 days a week for 50 minutes. During that time, they explore computer science, engineering, and biomedical. They launch gliders, they design vehicle restraint systems, and solve real-world problems. Our engineers use tools like iPads, VEX building kits, and an array of scientific tools that make the science accessible to them. It's hands-on and fun. Project Lead the Way began in the 1990s as a high school program. In 2014, it was implemented in the elementary schools. Our intermediate school already has implemented Project Lead the Way. They use the Gateways curriculum, and so it just made sense. We have very close proximity to that school and have students that will quickly be transitioning into the intermediate school. So it made sense for us to implement Project Lead the Way at the elementary level. First, I attended a training in Iowa for 3 days that qualifies me as a lead teacher. And this allowed me to train my staff to prepare for the implementation of launch. In the summer of 2015, dozens of boxes of materials were delivered to Neveln's doorstep. Things like science kits, VEX kits, the tools that the students would need for their hands-on learning experiences. The Media Center is what we transformed into my lab, and we moved the Media Center to a different part of the school. And when we started in the fall of 15, actually the lab was still under construction. I didn't yet have my desk, and we were still trying to figure out some storage solutions. Quickly, the students and teachers found out that launch was the highlight of their day, and it was worth the huge transformation that our school undertook. 3rd and 4th grade students visit the launch pad 3 days a week. 1st and 2nd grade comes once. During this time, we team teach with the classroom teacher, and this allows 2 adults to help facilitate the learning activities. It's very open-ended and active, so we need that extra set of eyes in here. The students also work in groups, they cooperate, they read about science, they write about science, they complete experiments, and use lots of technology in order to learn. So launch is beginning to shape how students learn in our general classrooms too. We're starting to make literacy connections and integrating math and science. Many of the co-teachers have brought back the concepts that we learn in the launch pad and integrate it into their daily schedules so that we have a much more cohesive schedule that allows the students to transfer their learning from one subject area to the next. Additionally, we offer robotics after school twice a week to our 4th grade students. We currently have 24 students competing on 3 different teams, and they are designing and building robots to compete in a game that there's a competition for at the end of January. We have also created a makerspace in conjunction with the Project Lead the Way classroom, and the makerspace is an area where students get to pursue their own interests and get to build, create, and make whatever their heart desires. As our young learners grow, as the world changes, we have to prepare our students for this global economy that they're going to face. They have to think creatively, they have to think critically, using technology to solve problems. Project Lead the Way has provided Neveln the catalyst to create a climate where learning is embraced and mistakes are encouraged. We strive to give every student the opportunity to love learning, and 1 year later, after its implementation, we are seeing the tremendous impact of launch. Neveln Nights love learning.